everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be filming episode 3 of my Read the Rainbow series, which is going to focus on all of my favorite yellow books. Yellow is my favorite color. I've been anxiously awaiting doing this video, so I hope you enjoy. So up first we have Yellowface by R.F. Kuang, and this is a satirical thriller that follows our main character June and her friend Athena. And they're both authors, but Athena is, some would argue, a better author than June is. And Athena dies, and June takes her last manuscript and publishes it under the name Juniper Song. So she's basically pretending to be Asian because the story is an Asian American story. She's pretending to be Asian, she is not, and the story basically goes from there. It is very interesting. It had me hooked from page 1. I really enjoyed Yellowface. Up next we have I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jennette McCurdy. Now this is a memoir, and I just cannot speak highly enough about this memoir, especially if you are from, like, you're around my age, you were watching iCarly when you grew up. This book is so good. It follows Jennette McCurdy's story all throughout her life, basically dealing with her mother, who was not the best to her. Jennette McCurdy went through a lot of things, eating disorders, all sorts of things in her life, and this story just chronicles, why did I say chronicalizes? Chronicles her story, and it is just absolutely impeccable. I recommend this to anyone who likes thrillers, or anyone who even watched iCarly knows who Jennette McCurdy is. Up next we have Bright Young Women by Jessica Knoll, and this one follows our main character. Well, it follows a lot of main characters actually. So this story tells the story. This book tells the story of, I'm like struggling today. This book tells the story of our main characters, and they are essentially the women who were involved in Ted Bundy's life. So all of the women that he tried to kill, all of that, it's their story. It's a thriller from their point of view, and it is just impeccably done. It speaks about all of these women amazingly. It's a great story. I really enjoyed this one as well. Next we have The Measure by Nikki Erlich, and this book is really interesting. It is also sort of a thriller. It follows a bunch of different characters in this society where you receive a box that has a string that determines how long you're going to live for. So everybody receives this box with the string that tells them how long they're going to live for, and basically society unravels. It is so interesting, so entertaining. It had me hooked from page 1, and if it sounds good to you, you'll probably like it. Up next we have The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren, and this one is a romance. It is so good. It's a closed door romance, which it's almost like surprising to me that I enjoyed it as much as I did, but I really enjoyed it. And it follows our main characters, and they are in attendance of a wedding, and they're essentially the only two people who didn't eat the food at the wedding and didn't get food poisoning. So the two of them have to go on the honeymoon that was intended for the bride and groom, but they're too sick to go, and it's non-refundable. So they send these two people to this honeymoon, and it is just so good. Chaos ensues. I absolutely loved this one. It's such a fun time. If you're looking for a fun romance, look no further. Up next, we have a book that I really enjoyed, and that was The Help by Kathryn Stockett. And The Help, there's also a movie. I really enjoyed this book and the commentary that it made. Basically, it follows, it takes place in Mississippi in the 1960s, I want to say, and it follows African-American maids and the women that they work for. It is just really well done. It had me crying. I really enjoyed this one. Up next we have a romantasy, one of my favorite romantasies, and that is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I absolutely love this book with my entire heart. I've read it more than one time. I can't get enough Fourth Wing. I am obsessed. It follows a main character who is kind of like a reluctant person to go to this war academy, but she ends up going to this war academy and she has to deal with deadly stakes, deadly trials, all sorts of things going on. There's dragons. The romance in this is impeccable to die for. It's so fast-paced, so entertaining. I really, really enjoyed this one. Up next, we have Carrie Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I really enjoyed this one. This one follows Carrie Soto, who is a tennis player who kind of has gone into retirement, but she decides to take one season to come back and prove that she is still the best. It is so good, so entertaining. If you love Taylor Jenkins Reid's other works, you were certain to love this one. I feel like this is one of her best. I really, really enjoyed everything about Carrie Soto is Back. Up next, we have The Fountains of Silence by Ruta Sepetys, and I am such a huge Ruta Sepetys fan. I really have loved everything that I've read by Ruta. I just feel like her books are really incredible. This one takes place in the 1950s in Spain under Franco's dictatorship, and it follows an American tourist and a Spanish, did I say France? This takes place in Spain. Did I say France? I can't remember. It doesn't matter. This takes place in Spain. And so it follows an American tourist and a Spanish photographer. And it tells a story about life and hardships and forbidden love, all sorts of things. It is just so incredible. I really enjoyed this one. Up next, we have The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. This is my favorite Ashley Poston, and I love like all of the books that I've read by her, but this one follows our main character who inherits her grandmother's apartment, and when she walks in, there is essentially a 7-year slip in time. So she is transported 7 years in the past where she meets this man, and it is just so incredible. It's a beautiful romance story with a bit of time travel. It is just incredible. The magical realism in this is to die for. I just absolutely love this and recommend it with my entire heart. Up next, we have The Neighbor Favor by Christina Forrest, and this one is like essentially half yellow, half purple, but I figured I would include it in this video anyway. I really, really enjoyed this book. It follows Lily, who is an editor, and she essentially starts a romance with her neighbor, who also turns out to be her favorite author of all time. It's such a great romance, a fun, quick, fast-paced romance that you're just going to dive in and absolutely love. I love this one. And finally, I have Love Her or Lose Her by Tessa Bailey. I love Tessa Bailey, and I loved this book with my whole heart. It follows a couple. They're already in a relationship, but they're going through like a hard time. I believe they're actually married, and they go through distance, time, all of these things affect their lives, and basically they have to decide whether or not they want to remain together. So this is a beautiful, beautiful second chance romance, and that's saying something because I'm not normally a huge second chance romance person, but this one, the history, the story, it's funny, it's got everything that I wanted from a second chance romance, and I really, really enjoyed that one. And with that being said, those are all of the yellow books that I wanted to talk to you about today. I hope that you enjoyed this one. I hope you found something new to read, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!